Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Trevor Siemian's Broncos going up against Osweiler's Broncos.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much. He's marked down at the 21-yard line with the Denver Broncos. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air, Siemian on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Siemian. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Fresh set of downs here. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 1st and 10, Siemian. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Now Henderson spins by. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. Trucks over him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll put it in the hands of their receiver, Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on first down. Sanders has it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On the carry is Henderson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He thought he was ahead of the curve after first down.
Got 7 yards first down play, but then you get stuffed there on second down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. 3rd and 2, Simeon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Thomas, the man in motion left. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Osweiler. And this one is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, balls out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I saw him to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now Simeon. And he spots Henderson open left side. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Second and 10, Simeon again. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing on third down, Simeon. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. To throw is Simeon. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good pickup there, a 22.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Osweiler finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll run with Booker, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing, Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Leopard. Watch it now, Marty. Back in and Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Check. Gun.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
So we've hit it. Okay, let's not waste any more time, or certainly any more of Larry's time. Let's play ball. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Patriot! Leopard! Here we go now. Green, 39.
Second and 10. It's Osweiler again. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now it's Osweiler. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brandon Marshall able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Detroit! Back to the Philly. Here we go. Check three. Over. Detroit, Leopard. Let's go. Gone. Leopard.
Here we go on fourth down with Osweiler. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Simeon. Flushed out right, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39. Detroit, here we go. Detroit. Blue landing.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Simeon setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They snap it to Simeon. Got a man. He finds Sanders. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they want to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room and say, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started. And in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They run it. It's Charles. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Offense looks to punch it in here from the... And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now it's Simeon. And this one's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, look. Over.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. A very solid gain of 27. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. No. No. Check. Patriot.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it. This is Booker, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker taking it in. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Time running out here on the play clock. Now with the play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Counter, it's Charles. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to throw, Simeon. Left side here to Sanders. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied. See if they can get the ball back for the offense. Now Simeon. On the right side, caught by Green. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Here we go now.
Play clock winding down. Off the play fake to Charles. This is Simeon. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run. Read it and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up the first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He's back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 23 yards there, and it'll give the Broncos a first down. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some... Oh, a crusher there.